One receiver to the left is Evans. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. 11 yards for number 11.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Jameis now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. On second down, Winston again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Three yards left to grab here on third down. Third and short yardage. Winston. He finds Humphries. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. A first down throw for Winston. And Brake, the tight end's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Jonathan Babineau's a defensive tackle, knows how to get upfield and spill plays in the backfield.
Second down now after the pass completion. To the air again with Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On third down, Winston. A dump off to Sims. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Let's go now. 25. 45.
Winston now to throw on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. Third down, Ryan trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other front. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So they're operating in the red zone. Jameis now on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
To throw, Winston. That's complete, right around the 8. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that
one. One receiver to the left is Evans. They'll throw again. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That goes for a gain of 31.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
They come up in an offset eye. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Now, partner, something we're going to have a little while to debate, but let's go ahead and take a peek at the draft order. Browns, of course, will get the first pick of the draft. San Fran, Chicago, Jacksonville. And then Tennessee will actually have number 5 and number 18.
All right, let's take a quick look at these. Cleveland, San Francisco, Chicago. All of them have starting quarterbacks, but will they be in 2017? I doubt it. I think they'll have decisions to make about who's going to be their quarterback, and maybe that comes through the draft. Then you get down there to number 4, Jacksonville. Blake Bortles should be solid in there, but with this season where he seemed to regress, whoever is the new head coach will have a decision to make there. And then how about, as you mentioned, Tennessee at 5 and 18? An excellent season for the Titans this year. They're making a push for the playoffs in 2017.
And, of course, the 5th pick that they have is the slot held by the Rams. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Watch two.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Gerald McCoy in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan finding Gabriel complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Connects with Sanu right side. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Shipped together here from the D-line. Again, Ryan. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Yep, Atlanta football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to loft one, and this is taken in at the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the gun, it's Ryan. Buying time to his left. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd down, Ryan. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. In motion is Austin Hooper. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here now come the Falcons. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They run. Devontae Freeman. And Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, Winston again. Evans has it left side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. One receiver to the left is Evans. Jameis to throw it. He completes it to Evans. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
And on second and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On first down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with first and goal.
Third and goal, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Robert Alford. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now Ryan on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Here's Huff to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. One receiver to the left is Evans. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
A first down throw for Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Here's Bryant for the extra point. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Second down, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Evans in motion left. 3rd and long for Winston. Evans has it left side. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Here's Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. 10 yards on the... And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Winston now from the 50. Over the middle to Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll give the Bucs a 1st down. Winston now to throw on 1st down. A dump off to Sims. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Jameis again. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
So 3rd and goal. The defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal?
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston taking it in. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go, and let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. A strong running. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Ryan surveying the field. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. It's caught. Humphreys. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
4 down, check. 4 down.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield right at the 48. So out come the Falcons now. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Gerald McCoy able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On second down, here's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And now it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On second down, Winston again. Drops it off to Martin. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go now. 45, 45, 45, 45. Check pass.
Evans, the man in motion left. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
It's really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead, not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving, and they can win it right now.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Falcons got it. Yep, Atlanta football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the eye. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Deep drop. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.